Hello, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Thursday, September 10th, 2020. Today I'm doing a video source inspection on a customer's system that was sent in for a full refurbishment. We do not give our customers' names out on videos. These are uploaded to our YouTube channel for their acceptance, so we just give the PO number. It is 523328, and this is actually an international order staying in the in North America. We are taking the safety criteria important at SciTech for COVID-19. Normally I'm wearing a mask. I have the mask off now because I'm in final test and you won't be able to hear me doing the presentation. So I take it off for a short term, but Caitlin's wearing hers and everyone else in our building wears their mask at the appropriate time around any people. So this system was sent in, which we have quite a lot of customers, at least 2 to 3 every week, that send us their machines to get refurbished. Instead of them buying tools, they can send a tool in at about 1/3 the cost. We go a complete remanufacturing process like it was our tool. I'll go ahead and just start this process because why it's kind of boring why it's running. Why it's doing that, I'll talk about a remanufacturing process and how we label our spare parts, etc. here at SciTech. So this customer, this is a 6-inch machine. Simply load the cassette and hit start. There we go. It's going to run the typical SRD process, which is a rinse. Like you can see, there'll be a purge that blows the water out of the DI line. Then there'll be a high-speed dry one and a low-speed dry two. The high-speed dry one is to quickly sling the water off the substrate, the wafers, and the cassette. Then you go into a longer duration dry two at low RPM that uses N2 heat, heater blankets, and also centrifugal force. That's a common process, and there's lots of studies done that shows the lower RPM you can run at, the higher, the lower particle counts you have for particle control, which is a fantastic thing. So when a customer sends us our tool, it initially comes in, we take pictures of the tool, we have an evaluation form that's documented, we make a file on our server for the customer of the condition of the tool. We do that so we know what they sent in and if there's any damaged parts and then what has to be sent back. The system then is set up for an evaluation. The evaluation is to find out if there's anything that's out of the normal refurbishment specification that has a problem or is missing. I won't go over that detailed refurbishment specification now because our customers get that part of the quote process and it's very detailed. Then, once the tool has gone through the evaluation, the system is broken down 100%, all the way broken down to the base metal plate. That's it. Every other part's off the tool. The bowl goes through our own proprietary reprocessing in-house, and then for new electropolish, we have detailed electropolishing on metal parts. Then we go through and we rebuild the motors, rebuild the rotor stop positioners, check all the valving, then we start a replacement of all the Teflon tubing, all the pneumatic tubing, new DI filters. We go through and upgrade the tool to current sensors, which I'll talk about in a second. That is done in our dry build area. Once it's built up, we say in the dry, where it's been dry tested, we have a second technician that does a QC over the tool, make sure that the initial build technician didn't make any mistakes or miss anything. If it passes that, it comes into the system like this, into final test. All the machines come in final test without the poly on. In this case, it's the customer's tool, so there's no poly because it was shipped to us like this. But then we go through all the DI bugging. We set up our DI system, go through the same testing. We have a second QC done. Once it passes that, we go through approximately 50 process runs. Then it's moved over to sales to go ahead and do a presentation video. Well, what I'll do is I'll talk about how we document our tool. So on the back of the machine, on the base here, it'll have the SRD number and our URL for contact with spare parts. On this machine, we have every single spare part brand new. And for Canada, we have a lowest price guarantee. If anybody beats our price on a new part, we'll actually match that price and give a further discount. So there's no reason not to buy every single spare part from us. We are already, we believe, the U.S. leader in non-OEM spare parts and becoming the OEM, non-OEM leader worldwide of all spare parts. So this customer was upgraded. Their anti-static module had been faulty. It came in for high particle counts. We found, and we sent some documentation of them, of pictures, why that happened. One of the big issues is no particle, the anti-static module wasn't working. So they upgraded to a brand new anti-static module. We document our heater blankets with a part number. All of the Humphrey valves, which are discontinued, we still sell fully tested ones, have the part number here. We also offer an SMC upgrade to customers. We document the part number on our N2 filter. We also have all the valving This valving is part number 00190. We have, this customer was upgraded to the newest pressure switches. We have both the 8 PSI and the 20 PSI on there. I see the part number on the brush motor that was rebuilt. I see the part number on the rotor stop positioner. The goal is when a customer receives a tool from us, either out of our inventory or one that we refurbish for them, it's all documented, so ease of replacement. Semi-Tool did not document the parts like that. So in the first years at SciTech, we put all of the parts and descriptions on our website with cross-references, and customers had to look at the parts to see which one matched. If you buy, we've overdone over 2,000 systems. Now they can simply look at our system, see the spare part, have the SciTech URL and the part right on that for replacement. It makes it very easy. Right now we're in the low RPM dry 2. At the end of the low RPM dry 2, the rotor will start winding down. The rotor stop positioner, also known as the RSP, it has, it'll fire out a piston. It has a roller on the back. It'll roll against the cam assembly. There's a specific flat on the cam it'll find, and that'll upright we call home position 12 o'clock. I'll hear the door release, and then I'll go ahead and check for the heat and make sure the wafers are dry. So while that's running, let me talk about our website and our support again. So if you go to scitechprocess.com, on the left-hand side, the first 7 buttons you see are all Semi-Tool related. The first 3 are the tools. We have the newest S models in SAM, the F model, which is a hybrid of the newest S model and the traditional tool. It looks like the newest one, but it uses a brush motor. And then we have the traditional ST units. We sell lots of all versions all month long, and we can build any size. We can do pieces, we can do rectangles, we can do part of a wafer, we can do 300 millimeter, we can do squares. We've done so many custom cassettes and rotors over the years. It's actually amazing. The next 3 buttons are all the spare parts. This customer has an ST, so they would go on that, click on that button. That will give you every single part with pictures on our website of replacement part. All you do is click on the contact sales button. That'll come to our sales department. They'll forward a quote off to you. We also, which I'll generate for this customer, we have a complete spare parts list that will match this tool. I'm going to generate that on an Excel sheet that I'll send them that talks about this exact configuration, gives our part number, the most common Semi-Tool or Retech part numbers, the description, so it makes it really easy to match it up, and our pricing. So it makes it very easy for customers to use SciTech as their #1 part supplier. Besides spinner and dryers, we also do 2 other main wet processing lines. One is the Integris floor box washers. That's the big cassette and box washers. We do lots of those. We have 2 on the floor right now. We actually have 2 more in inventory. We also do the high pressure and scrub mask cleaners. That'd be Ultratech, Ultra T, and K&S. We do quite a lot of those. I think we have 5 or 6 in stock right now. Always have that many. So that kind of rounds out our wet processing. We do metrology tools and thin film measurement tools. We have particle counters, the KLA. We do, oops, okay. There we go. It just finished, the RSP. So, open it up. Now, feel it right there. LPP, don't want to burn my hand. Wafer's nice and dry. Bowl looks beautiful. Caught me off guard there on that ending so quickly. And our metrology tools, we do step height measurement tools, the deck tack profilometers, the alpha steps. We do Prometrics tools. We do, again, KLA 10-core particle counters. We do different ash and etch equipment, the Branson, the March, the Matrix systems. We also do photolithography equipment. We do YES ovens. We do all the different photoresist pumps, the IDI, Cyborg, Millipore. We do full pump packages. I know I can see over on a tech bench there we have 3 Cyborg pumps that were just sent to us from a customer we're doing a rebuild on. So we do a complete line of customers' pumps and our own pumps and complete configurations. We also have low and power microscopes. We have Nikon, Lights, Olympus, etc. So if you go to our website, on the top left hand there's a search box. You can put in a phrase or a manufacturer like KLA, 10-core, Semi-Tool, and it'll bring up the hits we have on our website. So we're very diverse. Wet processing is our key product for our company. Semi-Tool is #1. Probably 75% of our corporate sales are derived off of the Semi-Tool product line. Again, we are the market leader. We also have a state-of-the-art replacement controller called the Slick device. It's called the Slick device. We have it for the S model, the ST, and we actually have it for this system now. We've had our first customers configure an older vintage ST model. They sent it to us. We put on the appropriate parts that were needed for RPM and so forth, and they can monitor it. It does N2 savings. It saves customers thousands of dollars per year on nitrogen. It's a fantastic deal. It takes an old rinser dryer and makes it as good as any rinser dryer available brand new in the world right now. So that will conclude my very simple source inspection of a fully refurbished semi-tool ST-270. That again was sent to us by a customer for particle counts. We feel comfortable this is going to pass. The motor was rebuilt. The Fairfax seal is recharged and checked out. All the new bowl seals were replaced. All the new Teflon was replaced. All the pneumatics were replaced. The bowl went through our special processing. We haven't had, I don't even remember how many years ago, that a customer sent back one because of particle counts, because our remanufacturing process is so extensive and so detailed. So that will conclude my video presentation. Again, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Thursday, September 10th, 2020. I hope everyone stays safe and enjoys the rest of their summer. Thank you.